Sister Wives Janelle Brown gets new confessional room, fans react. Sister Wives star, Janelle Brown now has a new confessional room and fans are sharing their thoughts on it. She has long done her confessionals from the same generic sofa. Now, Cody's former second wife is changing up her venue, but what does it look like? Keep reading for all of the details. Janelle Brown gets new confessional room. For some time, after Cristin Brown Woolley left the Plural family, she still returned to Flagstaff. Though she had moved to Utah and all of the viewers knew it, that was where she would do her Sister Wives confessional. Finally, Cristin was thrilled to show off the new confessional room she had built in her Utah home. No longer did she have to travel 8 hours to film. Now, everything was done in her own space and fans loved it. Janelle Brown has also left the Plural family and has moved on. She even admitted that Cody Brown had not been to her home in 2 years. This was a shock mainly because they had a minor daughter, Savannah. So, it seemed he had grown completely disassociated and disinterested in that part of the family. Though Cody claimed he wanted to reconcile, Janelle maintained she was done. He then shared, in his confessional, that he only tried to get back with her so he could attempt to mend fences with his kids. That was not happening and now Janelle wants her money from Coyote Pass so she can head on to new ventures. One of the newest that fans will see is her upgraded confessional space. She is no longer on the couch in the drab room. Rather, they have moved Janelle Brown to a brighter space with white double doors and a navy sofa. Even her clothes are brighter, no more chunky blazers as she has opted for a nice pink button-down and pearl earrings with a sleeker, shaped hairstyle. This Janelle means business and she is not backing down. So, what do fans think of the new space? They are obsessed. The best is yet to come. Sister Wives fans over on Reddit loved Janelle Brown's new confessional space. They thought it was so light and airy, but more so, they were hopeful. Followers hoped that this new setup meant Janelle had officially moved to North Carolina. If this is her NC interview setup, I love it, too. Such a classy look. So much better. I hated that dark room and they used it for years. It's a backdrop like Cristin bookshelves. Not their homes. Janelle really does clean up great and is the most mature, grown up, of the wives emo. She looks really pretty, especially in those surrounding. Lovely. It is unclear when this new look will debut, but fans are clearly loving it and with good reason. Janelle looks like a tremendous weight has been lifted off of her. The iconic Sister Wives intro played softly in the background as the camera panned to Janelle Brown, seated in a brand new confessional setup. Gone were the familiar neutral backdrops of yesteryear. Instead, Janelle's new space screamed individuality, a bold move for a woman who spent decades in a plural marriage dynamic, often overshadowed by louder personalities. Her new confessional room was cozy yet sophisticated. A sage green accent wall framed by tasteful wood paneling served as the background. A chunky knit throw was draped over a mid-century modern armchair upholstered in cream, which she sat on comfortably. A tall fiddle leaf fig plant peeked into the frame, its green leaves contrasting beautifully with a gallery wall of family photos and subtle affirmations, "Choose joy. You are enough, and freedom looks good on you." Fans immediately noticed the transformation when the episode aired. Social media buzz with room is so her, warm, grounded, and totally independent, one fan tweeted. She's thriving without Cody. Another chimed in, did y'all catch the subtle shade? That freedom sign says it all. Team Janelle all the way. The room was a stark departure from the more sterile, impersonal setups her sister wives often used. Robin's confessional background, for example, remained immaculate but lacked personality, neutral tones, carefully curated books, and decorative vases that looked untouched. But Janelle? She had clearly taken charge of her narrative, curating a space that reflected her growth since leaving Cody Brown. A subtle power move. As Janelle settled into the chair, she adjusted her navy blue blouse and smiled warmly at the producer off camera. "Let's do this," she said confidently. It wasn't just a new room, it was a declaration of independence. For years, Janelle had been known as the pragmatic, no-nonsense wife, often choosing to remain neutral in conflicts that erupted between Cody and the other wives. She had been a pillar of stability, focusing on her children and finances while others chased after Cody's increasingly scarce attention. Now, sitting in her serene new confessional, Janelle exuded a different energy. She wasn't just a woman surviving, she was thriving. "The confessional room was my idea," Janelle revealed during filming. "I've been through so many changes in the last few years, and I wanted a space that felt like me. Not who I was expected to be, but who I've become." Producers agreed to let Janelle design her own backdrop, something they hadn't allowed in earlier seasons. It was yet another sign of the show's evolving dynamics as the Brown family fractured into separate households and lives. Fan reactions and theories. As the episode aired, fan theories exploded across Reddit and Instagram. "This confessional setup screams new beginnings," one user wrote. "She's clearly showing Cody and the world that she's moved on. I love it." Others speculated about the deeper symbolism behind her choices. "The sage green wall isn't just a color," a fan noted in a lengthy post. "It represents growth, renewal, and balance. Janelle's not just physically out of Cody's orbit, she's spiritually free." Another fan pointed out the subtle dig in her decor choices. "The family photos on the wall? None of Cody. Just her kids and grandkids. She's rewriting her story, and Cody's not a part of it anymore." Even celebrities weighed in. Cristin Brown, now Janelle's closest ally, posted on Instagram. "Love your new space, Janelle. You deserve every ounce of joy and freedom. Cheers to the next chapter, green heart." Meanwhile, Cody himself remained uncharacteristically silent during the airing of the episode. Some fans joked that he was probably fuming in his own confessional, unable to understand why his wives, former and current, were moving on without him. Cody's reaction. Although Cody didn't address Janelle's new confessional room directly, viewers couldn't help but notice his simmering frustration in his own scenes. "I just feel like everyone's against me lately," he said, seated in his usual confessional setup, a stark, minimalist room with beige walls and a single chair. "Janelle's been making these big moves without consulting me, and it feels like she's trying to make a point." Fans weren't sympathetic. "Maybe if Cody actually listened to Janelle instead of obsessing over Robin, he wouldn't feel so left out," one Twitter user quipped. A closer look at Janelle's evolution. In later scenes, Janelle opened up about the journey that led her to this moment.